Yeah, alright, thanks.
What
We
about
hear
mine,
the
though?
Buffalo's voice now.
Shit, I can't make it tonight. I'm sorry. Kevin wants me to watch a movie. Nicholas.
Speakers.
Lame.
That
Can't
sucks.
start. Can't start.
Can you hear me
Alright,
all right?
Yeah, I can
tell,
hear you fine, dude.
Good.
tell me when we're live so I can get a...
We're live right now.
So okay, can you give me a link to the live stream real quick? That way I can post it at the discussion.
I still don't know how to do that.
You know what? I'll go to the BronyTrioRadio page and grab it real quick.
Yeah, that's just all you do.
Yeah, if you do that, because it's streaming
What
right
was it
now.
called?
It's ready.
Octavia should. I still think Octavia should be the first one to say stuff because he was kind of like his best friend.
Okay, so
He should
as soon as
ask him again.
Octavia gets in here.
I need to be quiet while I'm doing this because this is
Oh,
supposed to
shit.
be like quieter. Just like ask him if he can be in. Okay, so I think this is how it should work out. Obviously, we start when people start getting in or whatever. Once we have like at least 5 people watching or whatever the stream, I think then you should kind of intro do your
Yeah.
thing. Where you just say, hello, everybody, this is, or not this is, hello, everybody, this is BronyTrioRadio. And, what's it called? Just want to say this episode is, blah, 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 whatever you're going to say. We'll just add in whatever we add in. I have what I'm going to say about him. It's very short. I didn't know much.
Oh, he's still a brony. We lost one of our allies.
We lost one of our men.
Yeah.
That's the way I always think of it, is like, since they're a brony, even though I didn't know them, I still in a way had a connection to them.
Okay.
I think I have an idea for a song.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
Oh, alright, sorry.
hey Benjamin, you watching the stream? Or...
Yeah, I've got it up. I'm just waiting for it to pause so I can just keep track of the comments.
What's the stream look like?
It says we'll be right back.
Alright. Yeah, it's a little thing I made. Just alright, I'll unpause it when it's all ready.
Let's try something. TV is having problems. Hold on a second.
Are you guys saying anything? Because on my end, it's all quiet.
No, we're not saying anything. We're just
Oh.
waiting for Octavia, and then we're gonna.
All
Yeah,
right.
waiting
Because
for the stuff.
I'm just trying to make sure it's not a problem on my end.
Oh, yeah, by the way, I can just unpause this at any time. This is a little thing that I made. Benjamin's microphone isn't working still. Or cut out. I don't know if it's because we have a lot of people or what.
I doubt it.
Yes, stream started.
Kyo, are you still on the call? Oh, looks like Trixie Tuesdays would like to say something as well. Hang on.
I'll change the thumbnail icon when we're done.
Yeah, it's fine. Shit, I fucking hate Skype for this issue.
Yeah, but the heck's with with a few other people. It's like the only people that talk right now is Major and you.
Maybe we should try restarting the call because it's showing a bunch of people that.
Yeah, they can't really talk. They're just doing the text chat thing.
Okay, are you still hosting her?
Yeah.
Alright, so let's just hang up and then I'll call the thing.
Alright.
Nice to meet you.
Hello? Seems to be working now.
Hey, Yeah, we're just restarting
Yeah,
restarting the call.
Oh shit, I forgot that I also have Skype running on my tablet, so I should turn that off just in case.
Mm.
There we go.
Oh,
Who's
there you go.
Alright, this is the time to turn off our mics, right?
As soon as we,
Oh my god. Hey.
I'll let you know.
Oh my god. Okay. Like, what just happened?
Who's that talking?
Everyone's microphone was muted for some reason,
Oh,
and they can only
oh,
do text.
What is that we're all in?
Mine works.
Michael.
What?
Did you say what just happened?
No.
For some reason, me, Theo, Octavia, and a bunch of other people out of the call or whatever, and then it kind of made a bunch of other little tiny different calls. It was really weird. I don't know.
Scott just said something. Octavia and David Coleman were unable to join this call. They may need to come online, update Skype, or they're using an unsupported device. Find out.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't get it.
So Skype is fucking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had
Just
issues
lock.
with Skype too many times.
I never had issues with Skype, unsurprisingly, when it came to calls.
I'm gonna look at this stream. How long have we been streaming?
Maybe 10 minutes now.
Okay, that's not bad. We didn't do any intros, did we?
We didn't do the intro.
No, we didn't.
We didn't any. Okay, good. I was just gonna no. I'm glad I didn't. Try and add Octavia if you can, or does it say you can't? Sorry, everyone's watching the stream for some odd reason it's not working. Very technical difficulties, man.
As usual.
What do you mean
I
Skype?
think the entire source is your mic.
Fine.
Oh dear God.
Damn it, it's not the problem of,
It says.
Now,
Yeah,
I'm not
it says
says that it's like a bathroom in here. But we're not taking any shits tonight.
I think it's
I
because
can
of.
hear that.
I think it's the way one of your mics just pans.
Think of a
Yeah,
second.
it's actually, it's saying on my computer that Octavia and David Coleman were unable to join this call because of technical difficulties. You either have to update Skype or they're using an unsupported device.
But yeah, let's make sure that the toilet doesn't stink too bad by the time we're out of it, okay?
Yeah, don't. Yeah, it's obvious because I've been in a couple calls with Octavia the past couple of days and he's only had technical issues.
Ah, now it explains. That's where she's deeper down the toilet than anyone else's right now.
Why are you using that technical language?
Well, I'm using that type of language because of the fact that
Yeah.
somebody's got to be the comedic relief here before the stream starts.
Good point.
I'm pretty sure that's what Beebarb would want us to be doing anyway. He'd want us to be chatting and laughing out loud at each other every single
Yeah.
night.
That's just.
It'd make his job easier if we didn't say anything.
But then, he
Wow,
wouldn't have a job
this
at all.
person's real quiet.
Then he wouldn't even have a job at all. What would there be to monitor? Oh, there's Octavia calling again. If I press
Whoa.
the button, I'm going to join this call.
Yeah, that's actually one of the problems. There would be two calls. One would be Octavia's call, and the other one would be our call. I think
Now,
the
this is
solution.
extremely wonky.
No, I
I'm
think the
still in one
solution
call.
is I think you have to kick Octavia from the group and then re-add him and then restart the call again. At least,
Yeah.
You hear me?
at least that's how it
Yes.
worked in the group I was in with.
Well, this is incredibly weird right now because of the fact that even though it says that I'm out of the call, I'm still in it.
Do we want to try that method, kicking Octavia and then re-adding?
Well, it worked. Well, it worked like 2
Just
times
try it.
in the group I was with. I was in with him, but yeah, it's worth a try.
Okay, then, how's that?
Hello?
Hello?
Wait, can we only have 4 people now? Like, talking at once? Because at max it seemed like there's 4.
I'm talking.
I'm still in here.
There was, like, people on the side that can't talk.
Okay, how about we try that? Should we try? We could try having Octavia host and see if that works.
All right.
We want to try give that a quick try.
All right.
All right. Whenever you feel like ending it, we'll have Octavia pick it up.
All right. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
let Octavia know about that. I'll end the call right now. End it now.
Okay.
Sorry for the tech problems. Yeah, we're trying to get all the people on Skype already. Some of the people had a few things to say. Our fellow Beebarb, our Brony brethren who lost today.
Octavia
Nice to meet you.
Oh, well, Octavia's in here now, so
Yeah, I hear something over my Skype notifications here.
Good. Seems like everybody's in working order now. The pipes are unclogged.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
It's good.
What?
Nice to meet you.
You might have to add Dark into
Yeah, I
your
just
contact.
added them. Oh, I added Chicago tab. Let me see here.
Is Chicago here?
They should let other people be a part of the call even if they're not in my contact.
Well, I know that one point that used to be the thing, the issue. So
See, who is it? Oh, Doc, yeah. Yeah.
it's always doing this for just one person. So
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna solve this.
See here.
Is there a way you can like do it one person at a time?
I wouldn't, that would kind of be a bit difficult.
Just one call.
That's all.
I mean, the one thing we could possibly do is just go on and then like once everyone spoke, have that the person that can't connect, then try adding them to speak individually if we have to.
That sounds like a reasonable idea
Alright.
for a last resort.
It's the only resort. It's not working.
Start. What is? Kurt, what did you say?
I said it's the only resort. It's not working. So the only person that's not in here pretty much that can't talk is Dark. Kiv.
We can.
What-
I mean, I added him to my contacts. Now we can try to hang up and then try again.
I seem to be getting an echo effect on my mic.
You should change that. You should fix it.
Yeah, I have the stream up at the same time I'm chatting right now. I don't think this is going to work out. My mic has a weird mic effect to it.
Alright, so it looks like we're good to go, so
Yeah, you know what? My mic is acting up. Hang on.
Yeah, now your microphone's a little muffled.
How many people are in the stream?
Your microphone's a little muffled, Ben.
yeah, your voice is fine.
It's okay.
Alright guys, enough sleep as I could.
Good. I think we should start Michael.
Nice to meet you.
Call me worse, bitch. So people that understand.
I know.
Let's see if it's working now.
How many people are in the stream?
16 people are waiting for us to start, so
It's pretty much started. I just have this as a picture for the thing. Alright,
Nice to meet you.
so, Dark
Okay.
Kivit
I'll-
isn't
I'm
here.
in.
we're all here now. We're good to go. Okay.
Can you hear me correctly?
Michael.
What?
Can you hear me?
Okay.
We can
Yes.
hear you, Kyle.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Sorry.
everyone kind of.
We can start Skype.
What?
Your more do your thing.
Okay, so I guess we're all good to go now.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yes.
All right.
I think we are.
So now that we got that out of the way, I can finally do our introduction. As all of you know, this is our special episode to honor Beebarb because he's not with us anymore. And before we get started, there's a few people that couldn't be here tonight that wanted to say something. Corvo couldn't be here because of work, but he, since he couldn't say a few words, he says he wished the best for his family and friends. And Ark wishes the same because he can't be here either. And since Alker doesn't have a mic or anything, I have a story that I'd like to read off first. The story, this is in quotations, the story I have about him would be the time when I talked to him about his drawings and his freakouts over people posting them in the discussion. To be specific, one small problem. Well, did you copyright them? No. Well, then they're in the public domain so anyone can use your artwork for whatever they want. Shit. It's because of it. It's the story he has. And he's gonna miss him. So, now that we've got all the stories out, does anybody in particular want to speak first?
Yes. I'm going to be
Okay.
speaking for Beebarb. Bee
Alright.
was more than just a man. He was the leader that left a positive impression on every community he's been in. His passing left a hole in our hearts today, but we have to press on and stay strong. We're going to continue having wonderful conversations in honor of his great deeds each and every night. And that's our promise from the bottom of our hearts to him. Rest in peace, Beebarb. We'll never forget everything you've done for us.
Very good.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to speak next?
I guess I'll go.
Alright.
Alright, well, to be honest, I really didn't know Beebar that much. Honestly, I mean, I just started showing up on Intense Debate and EQD discussions like late last year, and I've seen him around since then, but I never actually got to know him that well to be considered a friend. But I guess over time he did grow on me, and today I guess I realized I really did miss him as a friend, and he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy, even though if we didn't see eye to eye on most issues, especially most of us when it came to moderation. But he was nice. I did like the guy. I was very friendly with him. He basically left a huge positive message for all of us. I mean, it really does show that he really did leave a huge impact. I mean, we had a lot of old people from discussions of before and now just come back and all together in one just to say it's been nice knowing you, Beebarb. Hope you do well in the future. Well, and my thoughts and prayers go out to his family. And yeah, I'm honestly not good at these things, but he was just a nice guy, and I will miss him. That's all I have to say.
I guess I'll go next. But after I'm done, anyone who wants to speak next, speak up and go ahead. But I personally didn't really know Beebarb too well. I always saw him around such, like way before he was even a moderator. It was awesome seeing how he slowly made his way up to being a mod. And then once he finally became a mod and he started managing the discussions, it made discussions a whole new place. Brought everything from bandwagons to all this happiness and such. And everybody would always speak with him. And one thing I do regret is not only the fact that I didn't get to know him too well, but one thing I always happen to do is when people say hello, I'll sometimes just reply something like howdy, and if they reply, the conversation usually goes, how you doing? Good. How about you? Good as well. And that's somewhat how our conversations have always gone, and I never really got to speak much with him outside of that, and that's one thing I regret. And even though I didn't really know him too well, when I found out, I cried twice. But that's what I have to say.
I didn't really know Beebarb very well. I mean, I have things that like to know discussions and call things, and of course you don't as much as I actually am. But I found from time to time, and I think I kind of like that. So I know a lot of people would pick.
I'm sorry, Trixie, could you mute your mic, please?
I don't know because like, oh, I'm doing that. But I just hope that get all things that.
Who's next?
I might as well go next. I actually don't know Beebarb all that well either, but I did see him post quite a bit in the nightly discussions, and I could tell that, just like the memoriam said, he actually had some kind of attitude, that happy attitude, that charisma. It was, you can say in some way, it was pretty infectious. I have to say, when I found out today that he passed away, it actually shocked me. This was something I did not expect. And I know I don't know what to say. It's very sad. I will say this. It's very sad. Very sad to hear that someone from your community, particularly someone so young, and died so young. It hits you, and and I don't know. Sorry, I'm not really used to this kind of stuff. But anyway, I will say this. Hearing his death was very heartbreaking, and thoughts and prayers to his family and friends, and may his spirit and joy live on forever.
Thank you for that.
Just a second, if you're going to say something about him, you might want to introduce yourself just so people know in the live stream who you are.
Oh yeah, my name is Dark Idiot.
Oh yeah.
Who's next?
I myself, well, Kent, aka Iron Corrector, I didn't know him all too much myself, but he was still a brony, and in my book, he's like a brother. We lost a brother to the, that always makes me sad that when we lose a fellow brony. So is it, not to get into detail, but was it natural causes or?
I saw that it was a seizure in his sleep. That's what I read from somebody, but I'm not sure.
Oh man.
It's from health issues.
Yeah, we weren't sure. I'm actually not. Yeah, can you hear me? I'm actually not sure if he was asleep or not when he had the seizure. I spoke to his brother by email a bit, and the only thing I was told was that it happened during the night. I hope it was while he was asleep because it just seems like a more peaceful way to go to me.
Yeah.
But all I really know is that it happened at night. He had a seizure. His brother wasn't there to help him at the time, and yeah, unfortunately.
Well, while you're speaking, do you want to say what you have to say right now?
Oh man. Yeah, I've actually been crying a lot just for the last couple of days now. I found out about it Friday morning from one of our regulars on the discussions, and soon after his brother got in contact with me via email and told me everything about it and what happened and such. And yeah, it's been really surreal for me. I haven't really slept or ate much in the last couple of days because of it. I've never had someone as close to me as Beebarb was, who wasn't family, passing away. So it's been a little bit of a new experience for me, and it's probably been one of the most heartbreaking, if not the most heartbreaking experience I've ever had in my life. Lots of crying when I wrote the post about him earlier. I was sorry.
It's fine.
I was crying quite a bit earlier. I was editing the post, and I'm still reading comments and catching up on all the comments in the post and replying to people and thanking them for all the kind support and condolences and prayers to him and his family. I know for his family it must be very tough, as tough as it is for some of us, for them it must be absolutely heartbreaking. So my prayers go out to them in full, because I know it must be absolutely heart-wrenching. But yeah, it's just been a really, really odd, surreal experience. I guess I just been walking around a lot, just kind of looking up at the sky and wondering where he is and what he's doing, and and if it's a nice day out, just thinking, how much he'd love it and how much I wish he were here to enjoy it. All that fun stuff.
Well, at least he'll live on in spirit.
Yeah.
Thank you for saying that, but it'll get better, I know that. Who wants to speak next?
May I add something on top of what Octavia spoke today?
Sure.
I didn't know Beebarb as closely as Octavia did, but Having been off hours, I did spoke to him privately in Skype chat. Having somebody that I could talk to and share my hobbies and passions with. A very close friend of mine who has now passed away.
Is that all?
No, sorry. I'm struggling to speak right now.
Oh, it's okay.
It's really hard to move on, but I know as a community, we can hold each other's hands and we can pull through from this loss.
True enough. I mean, that's one of the things that really got into me about this whole thing was I was really happy to see so many people come together in that post and just, give their wishes and their prayers about him, their experiences. I've actually learned more about him from talking with some of his other friends who have even known him longer, and it's really nice to get to, know these things about him I didn't know before, and, I mean, and seeing all the commenters, some who just haven't ever commented on a Question Daily, just comment to this, just to give their prayers. And commenters who we haven't seen in months or even years, make comments about it and giving their thoughts and prayers, and that's just so wonderful to see. To see how thoughtful and close knit the community is and how they come together during these times of tragedy and sorrow. It's really great to see.
Well said, Octavia. I was struggling to find the right words to express my feelings about this situation, but you've said it. I'll be there for you whenever you need me, Octavia. I'm sure it's the best Beebarb would hope for us, and wherever he is right now, I'm sure he's resting up on Cloud 9 after a long and prosperous life.
Oh, yeah.
The nightly discussions will be dedicated to him from here on out.
Hoorah.
Yeah, 'cause in a way, he's kind of one of the people, well, he is one of the people that made the nightly discussion the way it is today.
Can I say something? That's alright?
Go ahead.
Well, I mean, I guess it is true that I think this shows us that he really did leave an impact, and that people can come a long way into being something meaningful. Like, for a long time, I thought that Beebarb was just like another regular commenter, but I think his passing just shows us how much of an impact he really did leave on all of us. I mean, we had a lot of old commenters that just showed up again just to pay his respects, and some of them are even on the nightly discussion now, interacting with some newer commenters. It's just something amazing to see, and it really just shows us that we are a community no matter what. I mean, we can all come together just to celebrate the life of this one individual who really did help us in a lot of ways. And he's been with us for a long time, and basically he was there for us from the very end, and he just helps us. It's something amazing, honestly.
This, sorry, you can actually take
Can I add a bit more, please?
Go ahead.
There's a couple of really good comments. One by Chicago 10, another by Watchful Star. On the nightly discussion. If you haven't seen them, please do. They're excellent.
You want to read them out loud to us?
Okay. This is from Chicago 10. For those of you who may be attending the next nightly discussion, what I would suggest is that you would carry on your usual shenanigans. You know whom you are. Just pretend that Beebs is hovering over your shoulder, making sure that we don't do anything that we might regret. Posting memes, go for it. Bringing up politics, sure, knock yourself out. Bandwagon number 11 kabillion, heck, I'll join. Point is, I'm sure that cowboy Beebarb would want us to carry on and have a good time with or without him. And for the next 5 or 6 days, we've been doing exactly that. I don't mean to disrespect the dearly departed. I just want some good old-fashioned nightly discussion debauchery in his memory. What sayest thou?
Yeah.
from Watchful Star. Hi there.
Yeah, Watchful Star hasn't showed up in a long time. I don't remember him.
I'd like to give a shout out to Miles Edgeworth in the chat for being a shining example of powering through despair. Attitudes like that are going to get us through all the murky mists, so to speak.
Well said,
Yeah, I remember him.
This the thing that we're doing right now kind of reminds me of the Dear Princess panel at Evergreen Northwest, where people would go to like and just kind of have this microphone say their problems, and everyone would come up to them and tell them
Yeah.
just feel very heartfelt and getting attention. It was really cool.
Yeah, that's another reason why I wanted to do this, because it's not only honoring Beebarb and all that he's done for everybody, but it's also a way for us to be together in this and cope with it all as a family, in a way.
You said it. I wouldn't have done it without you.
Anybody else?
I'm Tuesdays, and I feel, even though I never really knew this guy, I feel like I'm morally bound to at least participate here and say something about him. I was always kind of a person who kind of irritated him. I think it was just with all these jokes I made, I would always post his OC, and well, never really liked that. And I feel like it's like all these jokes you just make, you just think, well, he's just another guy, right? He's just a regular person. He's a mod, right? So, you figures it's just like the hip thing to do, is just make jokes about him, but, when it comes to a moment like this, you don't really know what to think anymore, because, all those jokes are, what do they amount to now? I'm not really a good speaker, so
Hey,
this is
it
a
doesn't
little
matter
hard.
if you're a good speaker or not.
Exactly.
I act like a jokester on my own volition. And what he'd want for all of us is to act like ourselves. I'm going to be as corny as I want, and that spices up the nightly discussion every single time I appear. And I think it's not going to be the same without me there. Beebarb would be ashamed if I didn't show up from time to time.
Well, I'm not really sure what Beebarb thought of me, but I don't think that's too important. I think the way I feel is
Either way, I'm sure the jokes you made about him were in good taste. Everyone can take a laugh about themselves now once in a while, and I'm pretty sure that Beebarb would be perfectly okay with it if he were here with us right now.
I'm sure he was okay with it, and
Yeah.
the way I feel is that it's very hard for me to really believe. It's just, someone died, and I never really knew him as personally as... Oh, is someone speaking?
No.
But I never really knew him as personally as, like, Octavia, who, very, very nice words that Octavia had to say. But, I'm not sure I'm able to quite feel the same way. It's not really because I hate him, it's just I never really knew him as well, and I'm not sure if that's a regret or what. To be honest, the whole thing is just, it's a very hard feeling, knowing that someone, you never really knew him personally, but it's still a person that had a life, and now they're gone. And, everyone here is just being so awesome about it, and, it's like, you really get the sensation that you are in a community, and, it's obvious that he is going to be remembered, and no one's really going to forget about him, and that's a really nice thing.
If I didn't join to begin with, I wouldn't have even met the man.
I remember I was around...
People like him are the people that encourage us to join fandoms in the first place.
I was around when he became mod, and I can still remember some of the old bandwagons around him. Like there was that one time we just spammed Beebarb hashtags.
And the bee puns.
So many bee puns. His fishing and hunting store.
Yeah, those are, I'm not sure if, maybe they were just there to annoy Beebarb, or, maybe he liked them, but
I think he
It's
took over.
definitely part of something that'll help us remember him. Is oh yeah, we had that little bandwagon. There's something I remember.
Not to mention,
In
all his
relation
words
to
of
him.
wisdom are going to be preserved in the comics for all eternity. He's still going to be with us, even when his spirit passes away.
Yeah.
He was one of the main, like, I think it was comment mods on there, so he definitely won't be forgotten.
Yeah, that's all I've got to say. So, is there anyone else?
I'm good.
May I speak?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I didn't really. Beebarb was like. He was just a great guy, you know? And, I remember on Twitter, he talked about, like, we talked about the we talked about the Phoenix Wright games, and like I just wish I could have known better. And I don't think I really needed to know. I didn't need to know him better to know that he was just a great guy. Yeah. Yeah, that's all.
Have you got to speak, Revenge? Do you have your mic hooked up? Is there anything else anyone wants to add?
I think I threw all my coins into the pot.
Revenge, you say something?
I have a microphone.
Did you want to say something?
Yeah, I would like to say something, yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
Is my mic working?
Yeah, it's
Sure
working.
is.
Yes.
We can still hear you, so you can go ahead and speak.
You still there?
Hello?
Yep. Revenge, are you still wanting to say something?
Revanchi here. I've just gone back and read through nearly all of my conversations with Beebarb. Hello? And it's hard to believe that someone who was so nice and helpful to everyone is gone. It's truly saddening to see such a good person pass at such a young age. But a part of Beebarb will remain with us forever. Our happy memories, his influence upon us. We're all the better for knowing him, and my prayers go out to his family.
Okay, so one thing I also wanted to do was anybody who's watching this, if you have any stories you'd like to share, we can read them out
I have a,
together.
I have a stream open, so I can read some that anybody posts.
Yeah, I do too. Meanwhile, if anyone wants to add anything or say anything,
I'd like to give my final words on the subject. The power of positivity can prowl through any tragedy. And with this conversation out of the way, we're going to move on to bigger and bolder adventures. And he's going to be with us all the way through. Rest in peace, Beebarb. I'm never going to forget everything you've done. And neither will everyone else here.
yeah, though he's gone, in his passing, he set us up to go forth and meet even more people who will help us all evolve, like how he helped us evolve through his presence.
Yeah. Rest in peace, Beebarb.
Can I take part next?
Go ahead.
Again, this is DQ.
Yep.
About 18 months ago, a very close family member of mine passed away. She died of cancer. At the memorial service that we attended, there were maybe 1,000 people, many of which told very unique stories about my family member. So, Octavia, you told us about when you read all these stories from people online that how much Beebarb affected them in one way or the other. For my family member, it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same thing. You don't know how much these people affect their lives, and vice versa. But they're there, and during the eulogy, I said that at the very end that as long as we remember those that are gone, they're never actually truly gone. Their spirits still lives on. Spirits still live on, and as long as one person remembers them, their memories will never die. And for Beebarb, that will be the same thing. His memory will never die. That's all.
Well, I have there's a similar thing that there's something that I believe like a week ago happened. Somebody they didn't pass away, they ended their own life, and their name was Dashinator. They were a popular person in the Google Plus community. They're always making posts, and it was I believe one day after he passed away. I don't know how, but I just came across YouTube. He was on YouTube. He was such a small time person, but there were all these friends. He had all these friends, so many people making tribute videos and stuff like that in memories of his name. And through all those people, even people like him will always be remembered. As long as we remain, Beebarb will also remain.
Hey everyone!
Oh, and look who joins.
BTK6.
Hello, Brent.
Having faced the bitter sting of death myself, I can vouch for the loss of my friends as well. Someone very close to me has come close to taking his own life, and he passed away in the hospital not too long ago. However, I didn't let me dampen my spirits. After a couple of days of sorrow, I picked myself up, got off the ground, dusted off the trousers, and went right back to where I was. All in his name.
Nice to meet you.
Well, I mean, that's good. Because, I mean, you gotta think, these people who pass away, they don't want us to be continually upset or unhappy about the passing. They would want us to be happy and move on, you know?
Exactly!
They want
You have a
us-
strong spirit, Octavia.
I try.
With an attitude like that, we'll survive any sort of loss.
I mean, yeah, like I was saying, with the community coming together and such, it kind of, it puts it into a whole new perspective. It just, how many people care. Even a lot of people who didn't really know the team to give their respects about it. That's just really heartwarming to see how caring and kind people can be and how close this community is. That people from all over the place who don't even know the individual will come and pay their respects. I just really love that kind of sentiment.
I'm going to have to drop the call for the time being. However, I'm thankful for the opportunity that you gave me to put my 2 cents in to pay a tribute to this wonderful man who's given us nothing but love and affection for the past couple of years. Lars Arcee, thank you very much for having me on the stream. It was a real honor to honor the guest of honor tonight.
Well,
Have a good evening, everybody.
Thank you for stepping up. And
Thank you for saying those words, Q.
Yeah,
And
thanks.
in other news, we've got Ark who we've got Ark who is going to be able to step in real quick at work to pop in and say something. Just give him a second to get in the call.
Nice to meet
I
you.
was getting the call. Somebody on the chat said, I think his name's High Slayer Retellian or Relton. He says, when I lost a family member lately, Beebarb was there to support. Immediately, I like to think I'm helping to repay that now.
That's very good. Ark, you can go ahead now.
You caught me at a weird time. I wish I didn't have to work today because it's a lot to, have to go through your head. But, it's just unexpected, and if Beebarb is in a better place, I sure hell hope so. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I'm running out of time too. If you don't know me, I have several aliases: Arkanoid, Arky, Arkypollen, Chad, whatever. But that's my say. I miss you, bro. I gotta go now.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
I don't know, there's probably so much I could say on this topic. I could probably go on and on for hours, but my brain is I'm still in a surreal kind of frazzled state, and I've known about it for days. So I still have trouble putting all my thoughts and words into a legible sentence. So yeah, there's a lot I could say about it, but
No problem.
Yeah, it was actually very unfortunate how I found out about it. As some of you who are at the base know, like every day for like the past few weeks, I've been coming in and dropping Steam keys that I don't need, and I dropped 2 in, and then I got a reply that there was a silent vigil going on, and then when I looked down, I saw all this stuff about tragedy, and then when I finally went to the front page of EQD, that's when I saw the post, and first I started crying a little. I called Ben to let him know, which I normally don't even call him on a phone. It was that big of a deal. And then as soon as I hung up, that's when all the tears came out, and I couldn't hold it in anymore.
I didn't know you were that emotional about him. I didn't even know you actually knew him well.
Well, I mean, even though the fact that I didn't know him too well, it's still, he's like a family. We're all like a family, and when you see somebody that you know, that you talked with, and you've seen make such a big difference, and then you'd never think anything would happen to them. It's just like they're there. You go away for a few days, and then you check, and then all of a sudden, hey, they're gone. It's almost like you don't know what you got.
Okay, I just realized my fucking mic was muted the entire time. Fuck. Yeah.
Good day.
No, regardless of Brony's big bad side, it always retained that community feel.
So what are you? Yeah. So I don't know what was going on.
Yeah, it's just a way of always caring for people that they don't even know, just caring for even when they die. It's great.
Anybody
Yeah, I
else
mean,
have any?
I've known Beebarb for a while now, and that's pretty much about it. I mean, there's a lot of things I known about him. I mean, pretty much the most thing I known about Beebarb is that most of the time we used to just joke around with him. I mean, we would always like joke about his avatar. I remember like one time where we started the whole Beebarb bandwagon, like hashtag Beebarb, and we just like messed around with his name a lot. Me and Trixie Tuesdays did that a lot. Don't you remember, TT?
Yeah, there was this
Yeah,
one.
that was.
There's that one really funny one that Kith made.
Yeah, it was
Well,
like back in March when that happened. I mean, everyone just jumped on top of it.
didn't at one point you put a mustache on his avatar in this
Yeah,
song?
TT
Yeah,
put a mustache on his avatar.
he didn't like that.
He really didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't like that a lot. He was like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, I think
He came to me and started talking about it, and I was like, I just kind of told him, they're just messing with you. They don't really mean anything by it. They're just having fun with you. And he's like, I know. And, I missed all those b-ball bandwagons. I saw a lot too, and they were.
It's
Yeah,
just
but
that. Oh.
yeah, but to be fair, while we did mess with him, I mean, I guess there were some times where he did know it was like part of the joke, and he tried to join along and everything like that.
Oh yeah.
It was nice.
One of my favorite things about B was, even if he had a great sense of humor, and even if something upset him a little bit, he still knew that it was a joke, and he still kind of played along with it, and kind of brushed it off, and I just really liked that about B. Is even when he was mad, really, he was rather calm and nice about it.
Yeah.
One thing I do have to say is it's just kind of different for me because the thing that I remember most that's positive and related to Beebarb was just these jokes that I feel were at his expense, and then you've got everyone else.
Yeah,
Everyone
to be
else.
fair, I mean, there were honestly at times when we were doing the jokes about him, all of us, I kind of felt bad for him that we're just basically mocking him for just basically doing his job, and we just straight up mocked him most of the time for it.
But I mean, like, there are just some of you who were lucky enough to just remember him more for all the the friendship you had with him, and
yeah,
I envy them.
But
in
to
a
be
way.
fair, I mean, there were a lot of times where he was reasonable. He did understand a lot of things. Like there were some moments where there was trouble between and a few in my own group, and there was one time where a commenter by the name of Aiko, she was role playing as a minuet character, and she was basically pretending to be this commenter that was 12 years old, and she was like sexually active or something like that. She wanted to have. I don't remember it specifically, but it was something like that. She ended up getting temp banned for a bit because of it, and but at first we didn't think anything of it, but then later on, some people over on Friendship Daily and elsewhere started questioning her about it. They basically were thought to spread drama, and I decided to go talk to Beebarb about it. I fought it up, and I basically explained to him on a note like, okay, look, this is what we did. Here's why Aiko really did this. It was just a joke, but we don't want any more drama to happen between her or anyone else. Can you please just forgive her for what happened, explain it to us, and all that. And in the end, he completely and utterly understood. He was like, okay, look, just don't let it happen again. But she has to go through another temp ban, and she'll be lifted in a couple of days. And he understood perfectly, and I was glad have that conversation with him about it.
What I'd like to read I'd like to read what Shadowwind said. That something I do regret is not getting to know Beebarb more, and now I'm not able to change that. That's
Yeah,
like that's
Yeah.
I share that opinion
yeah,
too. I was
that's honestly what a lot of people said, including me. Honestly, I mean, I wish I could have gotten to know Beats a bit well. I mean, I've heard from some people that they even got into Skype calls with him, and he was always like this nice guy. He had a nice voice, and he used to talk about technology a lot. And I wouldn't have minded like being in a call with him and see what his personality and persona was like.
yeah,
That would have
but
been interesting.
in that leading up to that comment, I actually do have a somewhat of a story. Uh, he's he's one of those people like because lately for the past 2 weeks my sleep schedule's been like messed up that I'm now like half nocturnal. Every single night I stay up till at least 5:30. And like back in days like I'd say months ago before I even started doing that, I'd be maybe some most nights I'd stay up till maybe 2. And he's the kind of person where sometimes like when I stuck around for the nightly discussion, when it's calmed down, he sometimes pop up and we'd talk a bit. And it's a shame that stuff like that, that's going to be one less person to pop up and keep you company so late in the night slash morning.
Yeah, to be honest, feeling about it now, it just honestly feels weird. It's honestly as if a part of this community is really lost. Even though even though Bieber, I didn't know him that much. It just feels like he was a huge part of the community, and there was just this giant chunk was just taken out of it, and it's not like it's gonna be the same again afterwards. It just
To
feels like that.
to quote Dirk,
Just goes to show
Cool.
that he really did leave a larger impact on the show.
I think one thing I do have too. Oh, sorry.
I just wanted to quote Dark Quibbles, whatever it is. Regardless of the Brony Duns best size, it retained the community. And that's kind of like what a lot of people care.
Yeah. I think one thing I forgot to mention is that I really do appreciate what he did to moderate around here. Because I
Yeah.
feel like Indy's a pretty cool place when everyone's acting normal for a change.
I'll admit this place.
The bandwagons are nice, but I don't know. I feel like whole discussions in them kind of lose their charm as time goes on, and
Yeah.
I get that too.
I'll admit, there probably is a huge difference of tone in an hour discussion now than there was probably early on when Discuss was implemented. I really do feel like there's been a huge different tone shift to
Yeah,
it.
yeah. That's one thing I'd like to say about that is and y'all know how when it was like only like days or one day before it was the day of the change. When I was saying that once it comes, I wasn't gonna come over with it, and it was about a week or so before I checked and saw that I already had a Disqus account since 2010, back when Gary'sMod.org was still a thing.
Oh.
And once I got in a late start and everybody was still going, I mean, to this day I don't feel the same connection I did anymore to like posts and like nightly discussions and stuff. Like back in the day, I'd always do this like regular stuff, and now you see most days I end up, if I even show up at a nightly discussion, I'll say maybe like one thing and I'll be gone. And most days I'm not even there. But
Yeah, I did actually used to see you a lot on Civic back in the day, and you didn't quite show up a lot afterwards.
I mean,
You were kind of like one of the staples there, at least in my opinion.
back in the day, it was like people knew me. I mean, I had a place. I mean, I I remember there were all these activities that we'd host. Like I remember much earlier in the days, like back when there were all these Ask Me Anything days started. I think I might have been the first when I started hosting an Ask Me Wednesday, and then that stopped, and then there were all these other things where I do like a nightly picture or something like that, and now I don't do that anymore. I just want something to be able to help me get back into EQD, because at this point I can't remember the last time other than today that I've commented on a non-discussion post.
Yeah. I guess it just kind of shows how special this moment is for all of us, especially in a community as large as this. It just feels to me like despite many differences we may have, we're still a community no matter what, whether old or new. I mean, coming back together on this one day just to celebrate the life of someone, it just amazes me.
It shows that we're not necessarily just a community, but more leaning towards a family.
Yeah, with like a large dysfunctional family, but yeah.
What family is actually fully functional?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Confirmed.
And I will say it's still, it feels very shocking that he's no longer here.
Yeah, it feels weird, honestly. I mean, losing someone. He's technically Beebarb is pretty much the first person I kind of knew I lost. The only one I can remember was my great grandmother, but I was just too young to even understand the meaning of loss or death or anything like that. But now it honestly just feels weird to me just losing someone that I knew for a while now. It's more strange than upset, honestly. That's just how I feel.
I've lost too many over the past few years. I do not like. It is not fun.
The whole passing thing with Bebop for me is, like I said, it's very surreal, and at the same time, it's upsetting, but a lot of it is very surreal because it's the only time I've ever had this in my life. Other than family, I've never had a friend so close pass away before that I know of, and I think the passing of Bebop has upset me, and it's been a more surreal experience to me than even when my grandfather passed away recently, because I mean, well, at least at least my grandfather was old and had lived a full life. But Bebop was only 29 years old, so he was still young. And knowing that, he was younger than I am now, and it just feels like it wasn't his time. It just feels like a future that wasn't meant to be almost. And it's really rough when you lose someone so young like that. It just feels so odd, so wrong.
Yeah,
I too am 29, so that scared me a little bit.
Yeah. I'm actually currently 20 years old. I'm starting college just coming fall, and it just feels weird. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's one thing I'd like to add is I myself haven't had too much experience with people dying. I mean, I know like the first time in my life that I remember
Nice to meet you.
somebody passing away, I actually saw their body at the funeral. I was just a kid, and it was my dad's grandpa, and I didn't even know the guy, and I still had the whole guy crying just because it was like young as a kid. I just already knew the preciousness of life, and then there was another time where somebody didn't even die, but in the community, Brony community, there was someone I know that I thought had died, and it just really sucked so much. It was like for days till I found out that he was really still alive, and it was such a relief.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the longest time, I kind of did have an expectation for what it might have been like to lose someone. I've always like seen a lot of stories of people passing away, people dying, people feeling sorrowful, feeling a sense of guilt or a sense of loss, and I thought I had a complete understanding of it afterwards. It's something I guess that forms in your mind that if you understand it enough, then you're probably prepared for it more. But I guess following this, I guess I can say that it's I honestly just don't know what to say. It just I'm just speechless over what happened. I mean,
I think a lot of us can agree with that, yeah.
Yeah. You feel like sorry. You feel like you're ready to accept loss. You're ready to accept the feeling of guilt or the feeling of loss, but until it hits you right in the face, and you're just completely and utterly unprepared for it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I thought I was, but after seeing Beebarb passing, which was technically the first person I ever knew good enough to see pass away, it just shocked me. Even today, even though I knew for a couple of days now, I just still can't think straight about it.
Is there a way I can interrupt? Because there are some words in the chat that I feel like would be nice to be immortalized on this little stream here.
Yeah, I wanted to say a couple, actually. I'll try to
Go
find
ahead,
it.
Trixie. Please do.
I've got someone else who wants to chime in with their 2 cents to an old good friend of his.
Okay, Trixie, you can go ahead, and then, Octavia, you can go next.
I mean, I'm just saying that maybe someone should like read these out loud.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
I've been
all
following it the
nice
whole time,
words.
but...
I feel like they should be acknowledged, just not be overshadowed just because they can't speak with us in this call here.
That's
There's somebody on the, what's it called, the YouTube chat that said, it's EZO983. I joined ETD almost a year and a half ago, and from my very first day, I remember B going out of his way to have talked to new, first day welcoming a new community.
And High Slayer Ralton says, I might never have become part of this community if Beebarb hadn't been there to us in the end. I imagine it's much the same for a good few of us. We may fight, but we're a family, and when something bad happens to one of us, we rally.
Yeah, that's pretty much the truth.
That's the beauty of the community / family.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just shows that we really are connected. I mean, I'm looking at the discussion right now, and I can list off so many people I know or I knew for months now, and even then, when I open up my Skype chat, I can see like tons of people that I even know that are in different groups or don't go there anymore, yet I still feel connected to them. It just feels like a large family, in a way. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah. Oh, you can go.
I mean, even today, I mean, I joined around fall of 2015 when I first came to the discussions, and I think there was, to this day, I think there's probably maybe 10 or 15, including you, War Saucy, that I knew from intention days, and that still come to the discussion to this day. But even then, I knew I can't speak straight tonight, sorry. But yeah, I just started to know a lot of people, and I even got to know a lot more since then, and form a community around it, and make a lot of friends that I thought I wouldn't even make in the first place. It just feels strangely nice, I guess.
I'd like to read a comment from the nightly discussion.
Is it creatures?
Yeah.
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 That's worthy of.
I remember asking why B put up with being a mod. He dealt with a lot of crap and most of it was good-natured. He told me it was because he felt he was doing something. It was something he enjoyed and he enjoyed it with a passion. He did it with a passion. Never easy, but worth it. Bless you, V. Sleep well.
Oh.
Good, good, good.
I'd like to add some sentiments from Soda Sip, an old friend of his who's known him at least a couple of years now. He says D was always a good friend, a confidant, and above all else, a kind person. He listened to any problems I had. He helped with emotional and tech support and never made me feel stupid or foolish for any problems. He was a real down-to-earth guy, and I'll miss his 4 a.m. ramblings about 40-year-old computers more than he would ever have guessed. His charm in knowing how to his charm was in knowing just how to be himself, and even if his boss wasn't acting up right, you could feel his energy as he described every little nuisance involved. I just wish I let him know how much I enjoyed our chats and how much they helped, even when I said things were going fine. And if anything, we should all try to let our friends know what they mean to us, how much we love them, and how much we miss them when they are away.
There's a little bit of a lengthy comment from Felonious Monk. And, I'm reading it and it looks pretty good. I like what he's saying. It's just it's a lengthy but a very nice little sentiment here. And he says that he's been commenting on the site for about 3 months now, but only over a year before that he worked, and he remembered reading Beebarb's comments. He always seemed to be going on some sort of tangent about mostly technologically related stuff, and even though I admittedly didn't know what he was talking about most of the time, I could see that this was someone who was not only knowledgeable about what he was talking about, but he was also very passionate about it. I think that carried well over to when he became a mod, and at a point when these discussions were going through a transitional period, so to speak. And he says that he doesn't doubt what these... Oh, sorry. He doesn't doubt what these discussions that... Oh my gosh, I'm
So,
Nice to meet you.
yeah.
I'm reading the comment too as you read it.
So, there's a bit of a typo, but I don't doubt these discussions have changed what they have changed into. I don't really know what, to be honest with you, but despite what these discussions can sometimes become, even if there was an instance in which they garnered a what reaction or general agitation, he would go about it with a level-headed approach, but also be firm when he was enforcing the rules. He never treated it like a totalitarian state. He was always impartial towards things. He would look at everything from a detailed perspective and then make a judgment. The things that a great mod does, and I like to think that he was pretty damn great at it. And whatever mistakes we've made, he made sure our ramifications were fair in relation to the scope of said mistakes. To have been able to put with what these discussions can turn into at certain points says a lot about how much he cared. I, like a lot of other people, regret not getting to know him as well as I would have liked, but I'm grateful that I even got to interact with him at all. And for those who say that we gave him shit, I don't feel bad. Sorry. Oh man, I really should not be reading this. Oh,
It's
man.
fine, don't worry.
Yeah,
and for those that say that they gave him shit, don't feel bad. I'd like to think that he knew that it was all in jest, because we would have been gone in a... Sorry.
I've actually saw people always say, when, by the time this happened and by the time it went officially live in the blog post, I saw a lot of people saying that, they really regret what they said to him now, and they wish they could take it back. I have to say, it sucks, but I mean, I'll admit, I did say some stupid things to Beebarb at times that I regret doing, but in my opinion, I think what matters now is that we came here and we said things about him in his memory from the very bottom of our hearts. And that's all that matters in the end, is that we did deeply care about him no matter what, even if we did just joke most of the time. And it just shows that we still care about the guy, even if we just ended up joking with him like 90% of the time. It's just yeah.
So
And all I'm saying is just don't. Okay, it's okay and it's understandable to regret that, but it just happens, and just don't let it control you. It's all in the past now. What matters is what you said here tonight about him in the morning.
yeah, and to finish, Felonious Monk's comedy says, so what I'm trying to say is that Beebarb, thank you for everything that you have given to us. You were a great talent, a great person to have around, a great person to be around, and you will very much be missed.
Yeah. Oh, Warasasi, I actually got a notification from some guy, and he says he wants to join the call. He wants to say a few words about it.
Okay. Do you have his name?
Yeah, I can bring him in here if that's all right.
Is
Yeah,
his
go
name
ahead.
actually some guy? Like that's
Yeah,
his
it's
actual
some
name?
guy. You saw him. He's on the.
Oh,
He's
yeah, some
what the
guy.
school
I
names
thought you were
are.
just
Yeah.
saying
Yeah, that's his
some
actual
guy.
name.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like I said, anybody like I've been saying all day, anybody who has anything to say is welcome in this call.
Should I just add him then?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
If somebody wants to be added, don't even hesitate there. You don't got to ask there. Everybody's welcome here.
There's a
I'll add him. Just give me a sec.
There's a great comment from Fire Rescue Brony on YouTube. Beebarb followed me literally like 2 days before his death. And I'm very glad he did, because now I can have him there in my followers forever.
Any nice way to remember someone.
Absolutely.
Okay. Just give me a second. I'm trying to add him.
Somebody's mic is making static. I don't know how much, but it's kind of making it a little hard for people to hear the.
I added him in.
I think that's my mic.
Hello.
Some guy
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can hear you, man. We can hear you good.
Alright, thanks. Well, I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard just people talking about Beebarb. I'd just like to kind of make my own kind of speech and say a few things about him. I didn't prepare this at all. I'm just kind of YOLOing it. So, well, firstly, I only joined EPD about like I think it was about a year ago. I think it was last year in May, and I joined EPD. At first, it was just to like just catch up on news, and I didn't really get into discussing until a few months later. And he was one of like the first people I ever really talked to in the discussions, and he was really chill, but you know we weren't exactly we were barely acquaintances. I didn't really the only conversations we really had was when I was kind of just making inappropriate jokes and immature responses to things, and he would get mad at me and scold me, and I would just kind of ignore him, and we didn't really get along like too well, but after EPD, I got added to the Skype group called Soda Daily. A few of you are in it, but and Beebarb was in there as well, and I didn't talk much in that group either, but he was there, and he would just sometimes just chatting, and basically I didn't talk to him, but I would always just kind of stalk and see what everybody was saying, and that included Beebarb, and he was just even though he didn't talk to he talked to like a lot of other people, and I could see that he was just really nice, and he was just I'm sorry, I'm gonna eat this cantaloupe, but the point is, what I'm trying to say is that Beebarb he was the person that I kind of aspired to be. He was just an all around good guy. He never he would get mad at me and other people, and being the mod of ETG, that put like a lot of stress on him as it is, and like with like the discussions and all the people in them, it it really makes his job harder. But even so, he was always kind of this chill, cool person. He never exactly he would Bebop would scold me, but he wouldn't really get super angry. He would just kind of just be kind of like a disappointed kind of person, and he was just a really all around good guy. And now he's not here, and I don't really, even though I didn't know him that well as most of you did, his death still kind of it just really kind of it really hits me, and I don't know, and now that I realize kind of what like a shitty person I was, and still kind of am, but it's I just I wish that kind of our relationship could have been different. I wish I could have acted differently in front of him, but it's I can't change that. And well, the point I'm trying to make is just basically is that just try to I guess don't be like me, don't be rude, just kind of treat others like you treat yourself. I'm sure a lot of you have heard that phrase, but it's one that you can really apply to life. I didn't apply that to my life, and as a result, made I didn't make as many friends as I could have if others done that in my life. And as a result, I made
Who's doing that?
Hey, Rev, could you mute your mic?
Someone's mic is messing up.
Whoever's doing that, mute their mic.
It's Rev. Hey, Ghost Bear.
Whoever's doing that, you might wanna
Uh,
gun.
Anyways.
You want me to continue my impromptu speech because I
If you desire,
well,
go ahead.
I also want to talk about this one more thing. Actually, this isn't exactly the first time. I just want to tell a little story, if that's okay. About 6 months ago, there's also a person who was similar to the relationship I had with Beebarb. I didn't really know him. We barely talked, and I was kind of an asshole to him. It was a similar relationship. He was a student at our school in my grade, and 6 months ago, he also died. And there was a lot of people, both me and close friends of his, that were affected by his death. And after they did the announcement in the morning, and they made the announcement in the morning, and he had a moment of silence.
Nice to meet you.
For about an hour. There were no classes. All the classes were stopped. They halted. Everyone just kind of sat down and had a moment of silence for him. And there was people crying, and even like people who weren't in our grade who were also just kind of being silent as well. And some people even went home after that day, didn't come back to school for a couple weeks. And the point I'm trying to get at here is just, if you were one of like maybe Beebarb's close friends or acquaintances that you knew him personally, and it really hits you, not like in the sense that it like for me, but it like really tugs at your heartstrings, then just like take a break. Don't like, I wouldn't say to just push away the death completely, like as it never happened, but just kind of like take a break and just do something relaxing, or just kind of take your mind off things and maybe think for a little bit about it. And then when you're kind of, I wouldn't say not yet over it, because for some people they may never be over it, but just kind of more a bit there's a bit less tension, then maybe get back into the way of things, get back to just try to get back into life. But for those who are just really taking this hard, then I just want to say that you should try just kind of just relax, maybe take a nap or something, just kind of take your mind off things, because I know that like the deaths of people and even the deaths of people can like really, they can really damage a person emotionally. I've seen that, and I just want to say that just try to take it easy, and don't try to, don't be like too emotionally, yeah, that's just my 2 cents on the matter. Yeah, I'm done.
Thank you.
Well said, guys.
You can't tell, but my head is shaking very rapidly. This is good cantaloupe.
Testing.
Yep.
Yeah. Hear you.
Okay.
I am still replying to people in that memorial post for Beeb. I'm gonna be here all night. I haven't even been looking at the nightly discussions because, well, I've been trying to keep an eye on that too. So many times. I'll be
I
here
have
all
another
night.
friend from Australia. Met him on FimFiction. So when I saw that Beebarb passed away, I forwarded that blog post to him over Skype. Yet to hear back from him, but I'm sure he's in mourning too.
Yeah. As for you being there, Octavia, I'm pretty sure that he'd be something very happy to see your dedication and your kindness if he was still here.
Yeah. I wish I could have let B know more about how much I appreciated all the work he did on the site and how dedicated he was to his job as a moderator. I mean, I taught B, because B didn't have any moderation experience when I took him on. I pretty much taught him everything I could about moderation, when to ban someone, when was the best time to ban someone, how to be neutral about things, how to weigh in on things and make good judgment calls. And over time, we got him to a point where he just kept getting better and better at it, and I was really glad to see that. And yeah, I just completely lost my train of thought on that. But yeah, I had more to say, I just completely lost it.
Well, you obviously taught him very well, because
Yeah,
he turned out to be one of the best people on ETV.
Yeah, he took to it pretty well. He learned the ropes of moderation pretty well, and he seemed to really enjoy it, and I'm really glad about that. I mean, at first, after I heard of his passing for a while, I was really hoping that I didn't take up too much of his time, or it was too much of a burden for him, I made his life a lot tougher in his last month, with the moderation thing, but I think he really enjoyed it, and it gave him something, like he was contributing to something big, and I'm glad for that.
Hey, I don't mean to interrupt, but someone else wants to join the call and give their thoughts. Should I let them?
Of course, I already said you don't
Go
have
for
to
it.
ask.
Okay.
Yes.
Come on in, whoever it is.
Oh yeah, Ted, I read that post you made on fiction earlier. That's nice.
All right.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
Devora? Never heard of him.
Devora. Welcome, Devora. He's typing.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you all of you guys for coming here and saying your words of peace. It means a whole lot. Thank you all very much. These are very nice things you guys are saying.
Yeah, he really did.
I mean, I want to say, with moderation and such, I'll listen to the second part of what I was thinking. I want to say, like, he never took anything lightly. Anytime it came to a ban or something he wasn't sure about, he always came right to me to ask me to make sure of things. He never took it lightly, so if anyone was banned or the comments deleted or such, he took everything he took his job as moderator very seriously. And he always made sure to be as nice and as consistent and as well-mannered and fair about things as he could. I just wanted to say that. He always wanted to make sure that he was being as fair as he could on things.
Yet Beebarb was not just a moderator; he was also an excellent person.
Yeah, he really was. He was a gem. You know, he was a 1 out of a million person. He was a character. He was interesting. You know, and he was just a really great person to talk to.
Especially
Pocket
the
discs
fact,
and dingoes and Pokemon, oh my.
and the fact that nowadays to find somebody that can both be a moderator and have fair judgment and punishment, as well as actually
Being just a regular
partake in
guy.
it, and partake in the community and keep them in a balance. That's a rare thing to find nowadays.
Yeah, that's what I liked about Beebarb. He was a moderator, he just had a little more power than the rest of us, but other than that, just any old Joe.
Yeah, I mean, he liked to be everyone's friend, you know. He wasn't the type of person to put himself on a pedestal because of that, or segregate himself from everyone else. He considered himself just another commenter, and
Now that is leadership.
Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of thing I look for in a moderator, is someone who's, you know, they're not just there to, you know, to put up barriers and to, you know, tell people, you know, you can't post this or that. And, you know, someone who will also partake in the community and be a part of it. You know, someone who genuinely likes the community and likes people and likes to be around them. And I had that in B, and even though I might take on more moderators, I know I'll have to. I could never replace B. B will even no matter how many more moderators come and go for me, B will always be kind of like my first mate of moderation. He will always be my second in command.
Amen. Amen.
Till all are one.
Who was that?
There's something that Alex Boss Talks, I guess, from the channel on YouTube said. Beebarb will always. Oh, it's Nick.
You're talking about the chat.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, I was talking about the other one. Beebarb will and always be of the family, no matter how, no matter what our difference in this great blue community. Beebarb will never be forgotten.
Bet a lot of dollars he's reading everything that we're talking about right now.
You're the one who's acting like he's got a problem with that.
Yo, Eh.
Man, the news.
Bruh.
Hey God.
Some horrible stuff.
Yeah.
Some
Yeah.
rough going, man.
You know, I actually got banned twice by Beebarb.
I got banned by mistake.
Oh yeah.
I actually, I actually remember one time where I did get banned. The only time I ever did get banned was at a point where Discuss was in its infancy on HPD. I think it was the first couple of days where it was endlessly just glitching out, kicking people out of their login accounts and just banning people for absolutely no reason. I remembered I was banned there at one point, and I had to actually go. I think I was banned for maybe a couple hours or a day. I don't remember specifically, but I had to go over to another chat room which was hosted by the mods at HPD, and it really, man, I was able to get that sorted out. Of course, BMAR had nothing to do with that. I actually asked Kelvin about that, and I did get reinstated, but that was honestly the only time I ever did get banned as well. It's not related to BMAR, but yeah.
Disgust never gave me problems though.
Yeah. Well, for me, Discuss, it would always actually log me out on some occasions. Like, it would log me completely out of my account. But that was honestly the only issue I had with it, is that sometimes it would just log me out of my account and I would have to get back in. But other than that, I had no issues with it, honestly.
Yeah, that happened to me like 2 or 3 times, like ever with using Discuss. But I use my phone, so maybe that has to do with it.
Oh, that's strange. That's rarely ever happened to me before. Like once or twice, never like around those dates.
Well, I think it's like connecting to like different internet or something. Like it usually does that.
Only time I've ever gotten banned on Discus is back like a few weeks ago when I started doing all those blasphemous HD reaction images, and I made like about 3 different accounts
Oh
and
my god.
I like named them Your Face When, and I put images to them, and I thought there was like somebody like me that just got tired of it and just banned me, but then I saw that it was Discuss's spam thing banning the IP.
When Beebarb banned me like a month ago, what happened? It was like late at night or something, and I was watching Jimmy Kimmel on TV, and he was talking about emojis, and he brought up the eggplant dick emoji, and I started, yeah, I started posting it a lot on ETV, and he just got really fed up. Then I apologized a week later, and he like let me come back.
Now, I have no general experience with ever being banned. I don't say much.
You
I'm
know
not
how
even
to,
active anyway. But I mean,
you know how to get banned is you you know how I got banned, right?
Oh yeah, I used to act as your medium.
Yeah. Yeah, I
And
got.
according to you, I did a terrible damn job at that.
You know, it really
Bugs
just
given
sucked.
is less than or equal to 0.
It doesn't matter. You were still banned. I mean, the way to get banned is you take his OC, you add a mustache to it, and then equip it onto a Rule 34.
Yeah, I remember that time.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to be such a dick about it, Trixie.
And there was another a misunderstanding I probably won't get into, but
I remember one time where for Coinshot, he used to post. I think he was endlessly posting this. No, I think it started. I think this happened one night. This started when Coinshot posted a song by Rage Against the Machine,
Oh my god.
which showed the Burning Man.
I thought it was the Burning
yeah.
Horse.
Yeah.
The
Burning Man. The Burning Man. Logo.
Yeah. That was that Vietnamese priest. What was it?
It's a monk who lit himself on fire in protest.
Yeah, in protest of the Vietnamese government. But that's besides the point. So basically, he posted that song. Another commenter got upset of the fact that, okay, how is that allowed in the discussion, but you ban or you delete comments related to other vulgar stuff.
Here it is.
It was a
I'm
girl,
cool.
who she's no longer with us at this point, but that happened, and she just decided to post that endlessly, and Beebarb had to ban her for a couple of days or something.
Was that
It was like back in May when that happened.
That was Aurora, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Come to think of it, I don't think she's been back for a very long time.
No,
She got permabanned because like I think she got mad at me or something. And, like I don't know what happened.
Well,
no, what happened? It's a long story, but I'd rather not get into that. Honestly, it's just in the past, and it's just a very long story, and it's completely unrelated to what we're talking about.
Well, I forwarded the news to her over Skype.
There was that one person that I really miss.
Have you guys talked about Pummeling?
Oh god.
Oh dear God, no.
He was basically the guy that gave Beebarb the most shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he was.
Even before he passed away, like I think around earlier this month, he came back and he started just doing the same shit over and over again.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Beebarb, please.
He was always complaining about the pummel weed, like
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like about a month back. He's like,
Yeah, he always complained about him on the Soda Daily chat. I remember.
He would always try to get him banned, and like he would talk about all this computer nonsense that I did not.
Now, what happened was that Pummel-Weed was using Tor, which is something you use to access the dark web. He would always change his IP address and come back.
Yeah, that.
How is this on subject with like what we're talking about exactly? Are we?
I'm not sure.
He was one of Beebarb's problem makers.
I think it was because of Chocolate Train or Pummel-Weed's theme.
Chocolate Train.
That's his original name.
I'm Pummel-Weed.
That was his original name, but I think because of the events that happened with him in January, he first showed up around, I think, the end of January or early February, starting all this drama. And I think that because of that, Beebarb ended up becoming a mod because of that incident right there.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I was like a month new to like EQD when that happened.
Well, what happened was he showed up and the comments started to go on. And you showed up.
People just started shitting on Chocolate Train. He just started shitting on Pummel-Weed, saying all this nasty shit about him. It was just drama. Basically, Pummel-Weed, what he did was that he posted Volcon images, which is basically like CMC porn. Rage CMC porn.
And I suspect it has a lolly fetish.
Yeah.
He probably didn't. He's probably just doing that to tip people off.
And the worst part is, it would embed, so everyone was all just divided. As a result, they ended up trying to talk absolute shit to him, saying that, oh, you should go die, you should go kill yourself, hang from a tree, get shot, all that crap. It got so bad, I think that one of the discussions ended up getting shut down.
I had to close a couple of the discussions.
You know what I would have said? Your family should have been gassed into war.
Yeah, I think that was one of the comments that were
Probably.
Well then.
I mean, at least it's not as bad as the one remark I made. I've never posted, but I.
Why are we talking about this?
Saying, like, I hope you get upside down plotline on your family. So I mean,
What?
I don't know if this is the best way to be the guy.
Whoa, who's sipping a drink?
Why are we talking about this? What does this have to do with Beebarb?
You might want to be away from
He became a
this
mod
topic.
because of this. Don't you remember?
Well,
No.
yeah. Let me
Oh,
tell you what
well,
happened.
yeah, kind of. Thank you, Weed. Thank you.
I mean, what happened was basically when we switched to
I mean, there's no reason to get into details, right?
No, did he become a mod because of what happened to Weed, or was it earlier before that?
I guess he was like voted in or something, because like I saw a bunch of people like, yeah, Beebarb mod when
Yeah, I
Pummel
believe it was
showed
something
up.
like that, but
I can tell you guys how it happened if I can talk. So basically when you switch to Discus, a lot of new people. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
yeah, we can move on, right?
No, yeah.
Just mute your mic if you're not speaking.
Miles Edwards says Pummel Weed is cancer, fuck him, and hope he dies in a pit of fire. Can we move on?
I mean, when we moved to Discus,
Yeah, let's just stop talking about it.
Pummel?
Yes.
All
Yeah,
right.
let Octa talk already.
All right.
I mean, I was gonna let people know exactly how this whole thing transpired and how B became a moderator.
All right, go ahead.
Go for it.
Yeah, go.
Alright, so when we moved to Discus, it opened up a lot of doorways, I guess you could say, since Discus is a linked community between a lot of sites. Basically, we were getting a lot of spam and a lot of new people from other random sites posting spam and other junk stuff, and I think Tom Elweed kind of slipped into one of those doorways from one of the local sites. And he was, as you guys said, posting a lot of Fulcon and all that kind of stuff. He even posted, I think once or twice, actual underage porn. So what happened was,
That would have been something.
yeah, so basically Cal and Seth and them were made aware of this somehow, and they took on Pinnape, who is now an artist for Question Daily, to help monitor. Unfortunately, I was off. Cal asked me because I had wanted to be a mod for Question Daily for a long time. Cal asked me if I was interested, and I said yes. So I was taken on as a mod as well. And basically, Timothy had a lot of other things to do, and she had schoolwork to do, and I needed some help. So that's when I kind of kept a watch on things and kind of looked around for another moderator to help out. He started, like I said in the post earlier, he started giving helpful advice on how he could fix moderation. He suggested some kind of some programs we could use to help moderate and such, and help the band, because Elweed was, like you said, Paul, so he constantly evaded bans all the time. You would ban him, and maybe a couple hours later he'd be right back. So Debo was offering a lot of helpful advice about how we could improve things, and I was like, well, I needed someone else, and I kind of need someone now. I didn't really have time to look. I was at work, actually, when a lot of this was going on. I was on my phone at work when I was talking about recruiting him. So, like a day or two later, I gave him an interview, and sure enough, I recruited him as a mod. And that's pretty much how B became a mod, was partially because of the Discus move. And I just needed someone to help me really fast, because I couldn't, because I worked third shift, I couldn't always be there for the nightly discussions at that point. So I needed someone else who could. And with Tommy was probably the big catalyst that did it, because he was breaking the rules of space all the time, and I couldn't keep up with him at that point, especially when I was at work. So yeah, I took on B, and that's pretty much how B became a mod.
I guess you could say the Pony was running around like the wild child that he was so obsessed with.
Yeah, I mean, he was a thing. Yeah, he was probably almost notorious fan commenter that I know of. He did first go by Chocolate Cream that I know. That's the first name I think I knew him by, was Chocolate Cream.
I thought Chocolate Cream came after.
After what?
Yeah.
I thought it was Pummel Weed first, and then.
Oh no, it was Chocolate Cream before Pummel Weed. And yeah, Chocolate Cream was the first one I knew of, and then he became Pummel Weed because he started posting Pummel pictures. And he had so many different usernames over the months we banned him. He had probably, I could look at the ban list, and half of it is made up of him. He had a lot of ban. Choco Pufferfish.
And Fishy Nacho.
Yeah, he imitated Sweetie Belle Worshipper.
Sweetie Belle Worshipper. See,
That's Kip's job.
Sweetie Belle Worshipper. Yeah, he took a huge interest in Kip. I think by the end of the month.
Sweetie Belle.
Didn't he also take an interest in fish?
His inspiration.
Let's see, who else? Oh, he imitated Captain Mushy, I think, at one point.
He never imitated me?
He imitated Kip.
The funny thing is, I completely remember this. He always considered me a friend. Even back around the first time he showed up. He was always, oh, hey, Major, my buddy, how's it going? I was like, oh.
I would always sarcastically greet him. It's like, hey, dude, what's up?
I remember like the last thing he did before he posted the Sweetie Belle flop. He was like, hey, is the guy still banned? And he posted like Sweetie Belle flop.
Yeah, he had a lot of Sweetie Belle handles. Now that I'm looking into his stuff, a lot of Sweetie Belle handles. The Sweetie Belle Worshipper.
Sweetie Belle Worshipper.
The only Sweetie Belle Worshipper is
Did he imitate Melody?
Yeah, he did.
Oh yeah, he did.
It was late. It was late as a month when that happened. Late last month when that happened. I remember specifically.
Yeah, here's the first one I have of him. Chocolate Kitten with Sweetie Belle icon. That was the first time he was banned. And then he went by Shock Zone, and then Delicious Chocolate, and Sliced Soda.
I wonder why he went through the trouble of like just making so many accounts.
Because he likes us.
Because he's a troll.
Yeah, why the troll doesn't need any other motive other than they enjoy watching us.
But still, like,
that's what trolls are. They just enjoy other stuff.
He had another site that he loved to do this on too, and he said that he wouldn't come back as much if he was satisfied in that regard at this other site, but I think he wasn't. And that's why he
I'm actually completely surprised it took him this long to come back, because the last time he showed up was late January or early February at the time he showed up. After that, I thought he was just a relic of the past, a relic of just past drama on the discussions, but until recently he just came back. Even that surprised me, honestly.
It's good for him.
Maybe he just wanted to come back to remind us that he's still here.
I wonder how he found out I got banned. Like, that's just weird. He must have been like lurking in the chat.
Yeah, probably. I guess he must have been lurking afterwards and just waiting for the right moment to just come back up and say, "Hey guys, this is me. Remember when I posted this?"
I think he just used like Volcon as a way to just get people angry. I don't actually think he was a pedophile. Like, I don't think he's actually a pedophile.
I don't know. From what I gained from talking to him a bit and how he acted, I think he really does like some of that stuff. I'm not sure if he likes it quite to the extent that he was putting it out there as, but I never got the real genuine feeling that he was just being ironic about it. Just from some of the things he said and how he acted. I think he liked it, and that he got banned initially just made him want to post it more.
I think it's just him playing it up.
I think he's playing it up at that point. You know, he was like, well, if you're gonna ban me for this, I'm just gonna keep coming back to it.
I mean, all I know is that he's one dedicated troll to just like keep coming back after time.
He really is dedicated.
If only we could get some dedication in a mod.
Yeah.
Like Beebarb.
He should be a mod. Fishy should be a mod.
Oh goodness.
Or Kip.
Or me, the guy.
Yeah, all the guys.
I could do it.
I've got like half of the people who've almost been banned half a dozen times. They want to be mods.
I
I
should
think
be a
the
mod.
moderation towers
Nah.
and the world comes to an end.
Well, either
DT,
me
you
or
a
Bob.
mod?
Okay, is there a good reason why I can't be a mod?
Too many buffs.
Probably.
I can't handle all these buffs.
It's not a good reason.
Yeah, out of
It's like,
everybody.
you can't come up with a reason not to make me mod.
Yeah, but
I
they
actually
could come up
made
with
you.
a
I
reason
remember
to
when I
be.
made you a mod in like Silver Remember that?
Hey, no. Hey, I got their asses before they could even do anything.
Anyways,
Like, Spone could have turned into a spammer, but I banned him before that could happen.
Spawn was banned?
No.
Worry, add copy G.
I kicked him out of the group for no reason.
Yeah, it's unrelated stuff. It's just related between.
I could have kicked Major out and you know, added him
No,
back
if
in.
you kicked me out, you would have basically been.
You would have had hell to pay.
I would be. Yeah. If you kicked me out, you would have been the official owner of Mountain.
This is why you're not a mod these days. This is exactly why you're not.
Well, anyway,
I think I
No.
new MLP.
Mods can't ban other mods, can they?
Season 6 is continuing next month, or the 30th of this month.
I could.
My Lapone. Season 6, Part 2.
Maybe if you were a completely different person,
Yeah, you don't.
July
You don't like
30th.
me for who I am. That's really rude.
But yeah, July
Who's
30th.
gonna create the Beebarb OC T-shirt?
Actually, I may have a surprise for him. So, how many of you have heard of Badum Squish?
I haven't.
I have no idea what that is.
No, he's an artist who posts his stuff exclusively on Joker Boat. Even though he says that he doesn't take requests or commissions, I did message him to see if we could make an exception for making a vector of Beebarb's OC. It'd be a touching gesture.
Beebarb's worth the money, though.
Yeah.
Isn't he worth the money?
I'd say.
yeah, he's worth the bits.
I mean, someone suggested having a plushie made of his character and sending that to his family to remember him, and I really like that idea. So I might want to do that idea.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I'd be willing to fork out the money to cover up the cost for that because I think that's a really sweet idea. And I'm looking at maybe having a header made for him, and I talked to Allie Stud and maybe Timothy and have them make some vectors for the header just as a little memorial for him too.
That actually kind of gives me an idea. I don't know, maybe I could get myself a Beebarb shirt and wear it around in that memorial.
I'm a believer. I want to get a shirt that says I'm a believer. Yeah, I said that. I said that one.
I remember that name. It was good to me.
I was just at work. I was at work and I was like, you know what? And I just heard someone on the radio say, I'm a believer, and I was like, wait a minute. And I was just like, when I get home, I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna post that discussion. Sure enough, that's what I did. I'm a believer.
I can't wait to get home to see this. This is gold. Somebody audio is like really echoey. I don't know. They can in the stream. I don't know.
Is it
There was one commentary on ETV suggesting that maybe there would be someone could make a plushie of his OC.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
What's its name?
Beebarb.
He never really had a name for his OC that I know of. He had suggestions, but I've never been able to come up with any real name he had for his OC. I have a character design and everything, what he looks like, but nothing about an actual name. His brother actually asked that too, because I actually got this long comment chain from his brother who contacted me about this, and he wanted to also know about beef. He wanted to let's see here. He wanted to know what his OC's name was and such because he wanted to, I think, include it somewhat in in maybe the funeral ceremony as such. Because let's see. Oh, yeah, he wanted to know the name. Oh yeah, here's what he said. I need to know what his pony OC was named, if anybody knows. He loved this pony thing, so we want to put him in an urn with this character. I really regret not listening to him more when we talked about it.
So,
Oh, it's so sweet.
Armand's kind of pretty good comment here. It says that, Elgar shared, something earlier in a post, mentioning that Beebarb's mood message on Skype, says, kinda here, kinda not.
Oh yeah.
It's unfortunately very fitting right now.
Well, there's his Twitter thing that says life is precious to me. And when I read that after, I knew it was there beforehand, but I went to his Twitter after he passed, and when I read that again, I just kind of broke down in tears when I read life is precious to me because yeah,
we've got to.
Did he like know or something? Or I mean, I won't go. I mean, if this is something that's going too into detail, I won't.
I don't think he knew really. I mean, he had been battling with seizures for a while, and he took medication for them. I don't think he really had any thought that this would happen. I just think that he really loved life and cherished it.
Okay,
And that is how you live life.
Not interrupting your things or anything, but we've got 3 people who have been wanting to talk for a while, but none of us have given them a chance to.
All right, let them talk.
Okay.
Also, wait, before they talk, Michael, I think I figured out the reason why it's echoing. I think somebody has, did the stream playing over a speaker.
Yes, they do, so, anyways.
I think it's Kirk.
I have the stream muted.
No.
Might want to take down.
Yes, we already know, so, anyways, Deb, go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yep.
I'll have to close the call.
So, basically, first time I ever met, I came into the fandom and kind of found E2D, and I wasn't really active on it until the Discord came around, and it felt more like I was able to participate with everyone, and I found 3 main people, Maker, Major, and of course Beebarb, and Beebarb really did help me feel like I can be there, and it felt, make me feel more welcome there. And of course that helped me be able to not want to just kind of say hi a couple times and then never come back again. He did help me want to make this family, so-called. Yeah, it seems like a family to me, probably because of Beebarb.
Okay. Pappy, you can go ahead next. Pappy, is Pappy in here?
I don't think they're in the call.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Alright.
To quote Miles Edgeworth on the chat, what makes men men? Is it the things they've done, or the things they leave behind?
Okay, go ahead,
Nice.
Didn't Whirlwind say he was gonna write a song about Beebarb or something?
Yeah.
I was thinking of writing a poem about him.
You there, Pappy?
Maybe I'll do that on the bus ride over to my college.
I used to write poetry, I was thinking maybe I could write a poem on him.
Yeah, you should write the poem, and like you could use it as like the lyrics for a song or something. Cause like I can just like add the bass and the guitar riffs.
Well, word of warning, I may or may not use neither, so you might have to shuffle a few things around if you don't like how it sounds.
Well, I don't really have recording equipment. I mean, I have my phone and that's it. So, I mean, it could work.
Well, while we're waiting, Chaotic, you said you'd like to speak. Okay, go ahead right now while we wait for Pappy. What? Oh, yeah, go ahead, Pappy.
I don't know information that means that you can see. So, I'm gonna do it. And so, alright.
Was there supposed to be one more person, Michael? Was Maury still me?
I just speak from the heart.
Mike.
Yeah.
Wasn't there supposed to be one more person?
I believe, Chaotic.
Are they in the chat?
Yes.
Yes.
Whenever, yeah, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, sir. I think I'm gonna go silent for a bit, guys.
Alright, go ahead.
Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm just gonna go silent for a bit.
Well, we were thinking, maybe possibly wrapping this up in 12 minutes unless, there
Alright.
are more.
My God. There seems to be not many more people.
We can't hear you, Chaotic.
Whoever's in the call who you cannot hear and they would like to say something, you have to speak up or else we wouldn't be able to hear what you say. Just who's playing the guitar?
Me.
Guitar.
But I have to write some riffs for our dear friend Beebarb.
Well, you can just mute it so it doesn't go with other people talking.
No Beebarb lyrics are here. So,
I mean, if you're gonna, like, what's it called? Improv, that'd be kind of...
Fleshy collections.
If we have about 12 minutes left or so, maybe, we should actually start with some questions that each will, just like you two. Maybe. If there is anybody in the chat actually wanting to ask questions.
Sure, ask away.
Shoot them at us. Shoot us with questions.
Who plays PS4?
I do.
I have PC Master Race.
Yeah,
PC.
I need to. I'm probably not going to be able to.
Master Race, but the PS4 is best console.
Nintendo 3DS Master Race.
I'm sorry, Xbox One has better exclusives.
I'm probably not going to be able to play.
Octavia, there's a question for you.
Yeah, there's a good question.
God.
He says,
Algernon says for Octavia, what's your favorite memory of Beebarb?
Oh man. Shoot.
Probably when he accidentally banned me.
For Octavia.
You know, shoot, I don't know if I can honestly pick out just one because there were just so many fun little moments I shared with B. And it was, I mean, it wasn't just big stuff. It was a lot of little stuff. You know, it's like sometimes it's the little things that really get to you. You know, just some random little thing you say to someone and they kind of just laugh at you. There was a lot of little things like that I remember about B. Oh man, shoot. I mean, it hurts to think about now, kind of still, but I'm trying to pick out just one thing, and I just cannot at the moment. I'm sorry. There's just so many. There were just so many little things I remember about being. So many little silly moments we had, some little jokes that we shared. I do.
You could just say his entirety of him.
Yeah, too much the entirety of him. I think I'm really gonna miss his. I'll just talk about floppy drives and such, and also the floppy
disks.
We will always remember his floppy disk.
For his floppy disk.
Alright, are you guys gonna wrap it up soon?
In 8 minutes.
Yep.
Alright, I just want to make sure of that.
We're just taking a question that anybody has.
So, well, first of all, I just want to say that I have to thank you guys for inviting me up on here. I think it's been a great honor for all of us to come here and tell our stories about Beebarb. It's been a night for me, I'll say that, both here and on the night of discussion. And it was nice to know you all again and talk to you all again about him coming to get on this one occasion. So, I have to be going, so thanks for letting me know, guys.
It was a pleasure.
It's been a great honor, I'll say that. This has been a night I'll honestly never forget for a while now. So,
And you know, I would like to thank Beebarb, first and foremost, for serving us and for being our friend.
Yeah.
Good night and good luck.
You know, credit for you guys for doing something like this. This is a really good thing for you guys to do at a time like this.
It's good to think.
He's great.
It's good to think.
Well, we missed you yesterday. I think the reason we missed you yesterday was actually because today was the day we were supposed to do it.
Well, we missed it. Well, it was because I was at my aunt's, and her internet is worse than Ben.
It was fate. It was fate. It was fate.
Yeah.
You know,
You're
there's
saying
one,
that we missed it so that we could do this today.
there's
Yeah,
one
it's
thing
good to commemorate.
I could like remember about Beebarb. It's that like he never had good internet. He always had really bad internet.
Yeah, another is that and he would, like someone said earlier, he was so dedicated to being a mod that he would just get on his phone and burn through his data for the mod just to help mod, you know. And
Yeah, I heard that story.
Now that is dedication.
he loved being a mod, and I'm really glad for that. And he would go to that kind of extent because most people won't go to that kind of extent to burn through all the data for the month just to help mod. That was, I mean, I'll never find another moderator as dedicated and as good as he was. That's why I said he will always be like my second in command. Even with his passing, I will always consider B my second in command, my kind of associate director of moderation. He will always be that.
I will have to say this. It was great talking to everyone and also sharing the memories. Even people who have not been very familiar with Beebarb all that well, like myself, is able to listen to all these stories by so many people. It's something that I don't think anyone's gonna forget, myself or anyone else.
Yep.
One of the questions those pair has, it says, what is your first memory of Beebarb?
Oh.
Right.
I remember
the time that we met Beebarb.
Yeah.
First memory of him.
Can I?
I first remember him seeing as this one guy with with a mod tag and a snappy name, didn't really know much about it at first.
I think my first memory was when they announced he was a mod. Because I think that was around the time I got here. Was around the time Pumelweed showed up.
I don't remember much from my early days.
Coincidence.
I don't remember much from my early days, but like I do remember like the floppy disk thing. Like I always remember floppy disks.
It's hip to fuck Beebarb.
I think my first memory of Beebarb was when I like even when I like first joined EQD, like he was already there, and I was just kind of before. I haven't commented on EQD in a long time, but like before when I commented, I was like kind of just I like to spam bananas everywhere. That was kind of a weird thing I did. I kind of just spam bananas, and like I remember specifically that Beebarb would always got kind of just get like kind of like not super mad, just kind of a little peeved off at my antics. And he has like kind of like that stern tone that my parents would have, kind of like a disappointed kind of feeling, and it was just kind of really funny to me. And at the time, I just kind of that was I kind of just enjoyed kind of peeving people. That was just kind of something that at the time just interested me, and I did that to Beebarb a lot because I knew that I got on his nerves a lot, and now I kind of regret doing that. But that he never got like super mad at it. He was always kind of chill about it. Like he would be kind of stern, but at the same time not like super angry. And you know, I'll never forget that. You know, he was just really good guy. Unlike I was just kind of like an asshole, but you know.
I like how he always like gave everybody like second chances and stuff.
Yeah, he was nice. Like,
Except for Pumelweed, of course.
Yep. Well, Pumelweed is an exception. Pumelweed he's like more of an asshole than me.
He gave Fitzy Nacho 20 chances.
Yeah, I actually gave Pumelweed a second chance because he kept coming back, and I figured if I gave him a second chance, he might let up on things, might follow the rules, and he did for a little while. And then he slowly progressed to be worse. And so Pinnappy banned him, and after that he's just been banned ever since. So yeah. But he was really nice.
If you want to finish.
He was really nice like that. He was really calm about things. Like I said earlier, even in times when he didn't agree with something or he was kind of riled by something, he would always maintain a certain level of composure. He would always, you know, he was always really nice still off there, and that's what I liked about him. He knew how to keep himself together for the most part.
Here's a funny comment from my Slayer royalty whatever from YouTube. The floppy disk thing was the first thing I remember too. I was looking at mass convoluted stuff, and then here was this mod posting about buying floppy disks.
Or dingoes.
And then I was like, what is this, 1995? Who uses this anymore?
Yeah, right up until like 2007, she is still floppy disk.
I haven't used it floppy disk in eons.
In fact, my own computer, which I still has a floppy drive on it.
I still run floppy disk games on my Windows 7.
Well, how do you pull them on there?
USB floppy drives.
Yep.
Do they make those?
Yep.
I know one thing for sure, that every time I look at a floppy disk, I'm going to think of Beebarb now.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of
I only knew about floppy disk because of Beebarb. Before that, I didn't even know what the hell is a floppy disk? And then
the
like,
youth of today.
I'm probably younger than all of you.
Yeah, dumb kids on my wall.
How old are you? Like,
I can't say. I'm gonna go with.
You afraid one of us is gonna get you?
I'm just a horny teenager who
I'm with you on that one, bro.
Same here.
Yeah, I just do all the normal teenager things, just smoking pot and
Don't smoke. That's bad for you.
whatever.
You should admit to that on screen.
But it calms you.
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say calms you, but I more like kind of gives you delusion.
Wait, have you ever tried smoking a maple leaf before? Does that work? Like,
that's certainly something I have
like,
not.
just try it. Maybe maple leaves are like the source that. Maybe maple leaves can help cure addiction.
If you take a maple leaf, it smell like Canada.
Alright. Stop.
What if I smoke a maple leaf and I become a Canadian?
Stop!
That's all Canadians do.
Then you'll just say a boot instead of about and A after everything.
Yeah.
A boot? Isn't that Scottish?
No, Canadian.
Yeah, it is Canadian.
Should we wrap this up?
I've been to Canada when I was like 3 years old. I totally know what they say nowadays.
Sounds like we're gonna wrap this up.
It should be like a boot somewhere.
Benjamin. Sounds like we're gonna wrap this up.
What are you talking about, guys?
Yeah, we're
talking about Canada.
This is a boot, Canada. A boot, go here.
Or Cersei, Benjamin. I think we're gonna wrap this up.
So,
We're gonna be done.
yeah.
Can I ask a final question?
Yeah, go ahead.
If you could choose your last words to be one, what would it be?
I wish I could have met you.
It's like, I'm sorry I was such an annoyance to you, man. I mean, if I had known that you would be leaving this soon, then maybe I would have been a bit different than the way I was.
Yeah, I have to agree with Tuesday, because I wasn't really like the best person to Beebarb, and I guess my last words would be just thanks for putting up with my shit, because I was an annoying asshole,
I think we should thank you for putting up with all of our shit, because we've all given it our shit. And can I say something else? One thing I really do wish I would have done with Beebarb is that I really do wish I would have hung out with him more and talked to him more, just personally as a friend, because the only time I've ever chatted with Beebarb, it was just related to drama purposes on the night discussion.
I think it doesn't help that he was never really able to respond on Skype that quickly or frequently.
Yeah, and sometimes, and even when he wasn't around and wasn't discussing drama, he would usually bring some other stuff up, like when Tomo when he came back, he just endlessly ranted about him on Soda Daily and elsewhere. I just wish I said this on the nightly discussion, but all I just wish was that I just wish I had a chance to hang out with him more and just basically chat with him more, just as a friend.
What my biggest regret is? Never having a Skype call with him.
Yeah, that's actually.
Yeah.
I said that as well. I wish I would have Skype call, just like hear what he's like, his personality and everything.
The thing.
This is actually my first Skype call with you guys.
Yeah.
My last words would be, I'm sorry they never really said anything more than howdy to you.
That no life is forever, that dead men rise up never, that even the weariest river, why that's not where safe to be.
Yeah. Actually, my last words to Beebarb would have been got milk, so he would just remember me as like the milk guy for like.
Isn't that a quote from?
Yeah, that's your signature.
That's like the slogan on every carton of milk at school.
I really wish that I could have. I really wish I could have let him know that I appreciated him more as a moderator and how much work he did. I don't think I ever really quite got that across. I don't think I ever really showed that to him. I talked to him a lot about moderation things and about the site, but I don't think I ever really told him how much I appreciated all the work he does. And now I'm really regretting not actually telling him more how much I appreciated all his work, and I never got to say goodbye like anyone else. I just really want to tell him how much I appreciate and love him, and how much work he put in. And I mean, he was like I said, he was so dedicated. He put in so much time on the site. It was ridiculous. And
Yeah, he was like as dedicated to modding as Palm Elite was dedicated to trolling.
yeah, I mean, he was. I mean, I think out of everyone on I honestly think out of everyone on the site, I think B probably had the most hours actually on the site doing something than anyone else on the whole team did. I think he probably had the most hours racked up every day than anyone else on the team did when it came to Equestrian Day, except maybe Seth.
Wow, that's dedication.
Yeah, B was anytime B was up, he was always helping out on the site. And I just wish so much I could have let him know more how much I appreciated all his hard work and how lost I would have been without him.
I wish I could lock his hours on the top chart.
Okay, I just said my goodbye.
Yeah.
Well,
Goodbye. Next time, Dave.
Well, we're gonna let Maida say one last thing before we end it.
I would just like to make like a suggestion, like maybe put Beebarb OC on the Equestria Daily site banner. You know, I think that would also be a good idea.
I just really
I already have Battle Squish about it. Maybe I can incorporate his artwork there.
Hey, honestly, I have a question.
so I'm pretty much done.
Yeah, well, before we let Amita speak, I actually have a question for you. Is there any way we could possibly get this, the actual recorded video, like in a nightly roundup or something? Like a special?
You mean like a recording of this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can talk to Cal and see if, I mean, just send me the file and I can talk to Cal and see if we can get that added in.
Well, the thing is like about 5 minutes after this live stream ends, it automatically uploads to the YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. I mean, we can just, I'll talk to him and we can just post a link to it. Just give me send me a link on Skype and I'll send that to him and ask him to put it in the next roundup.
Alright.
I'm looking forward to that.
Okay, now that, Amita, go ahead.
I'm not just going to say yes or no, but I will ask him.
So, do I just speak? Is this how it works? I'm not sure. So, I would like to start off to say that me and Beebarb are very close. I've only learned his name a few days ago. And even so, I feel as if I've lost someone. And it's mostly because of what people said about him, what he did for us as a community. And even though I didn't talk to him directly many times, I feel as if I've lost an opportunity to know someone who could have been a great friend to me. And it's mostly because of the fact that we go to EQD every day, we see the same faces, and we don't realize that these are people behind them. These are people that could disappear in the next hour, in the next month, or in the next year. And maybe
We'll never basically just memories, that's what they are.
yes, but
And this
I feel
is immortality.
I feel as if, you know, I'm guilty of not taking the chance to know him as a person. And maybe we also, you know, learn from this. I'm sorry, right?
It's okay.
It's okay. Just take your time.
That's fine.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's really strange, you know. I feel as if I wasn't there for Beebarb at all throughout his, you know, time on EQD. I wasn't with him when he was at his lowest. So, do I have a right to be here to say that I feel sad for him?
You did.
You have every right to say.
You're a friend.
I agree.
What do I have a family?
I mean, look, all of us regret not getting to know him enough. We're all here to basically say we miss him. He was a friend no matter what.
Yeah.
No matter how small he was always a friend.
He was a friend to me, definitely, but I just hope he, even if he didn't think of me as such, and I wouldn't blame him.
I mean, even if the only times I ever interacted with him were just related to drama, in the end, I considered him a friend. He was nice. He was reasonable, and I respected that.
Yes, that's one of the main things I think that, Beebarb was good at. He wasn't a perfect person, no one was, but I think his flaws actually made his attributes shine much brighter.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I agree.
And it made him a character. It made him someone special.
Someone he had a problem with understanding certain jokes, and sometimes he misunderstood them. But he was someone who was willing to listen and learn that, and I think that's really eye-opening to what kind of person he was.
You considered him a friend. I bet he considered you a friend too.
Well, I only hope.
He considers us all a friend, and
Yeah,
if he didn't, he wouldn't have put up with us.
Yeah, these are all friendship.
Friendship is magic.
If he didn't consider him a friend, if he didn't consider us a friend, I don't think he would have put us with us.
The magic of friendship. That's what we're all here about.
That's understanding that. That's how we found ETD, through the power of friendship.
That's why we're all here.
I think like if we weren't all of us his friends, then he wouldn't have put so much time and work and effort into ETD as a mod as he did, And I think that the reason he always spent so much time on it was because that we were all there, and he just wanted to make sure that things went smoothly, and he wanted the experience to be as good as possible for us.
But on that note, I think this is the perfect time to end this.
Alright.
I think everything can end this podcast.
I'm in, man.
Thank you.
Hey. It was nice to meet you.
It was a nice time. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Thank Beebarb.
Before you...
Wait, what's this say? Chaotic, does he still want to say?
That's fine.
Go ahead.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, we can hear you, dude.
Alright, fine. Alright, first thing I want to say, Beebarb, he was a really good mod, but not just a really good raid mod. He was a really good friend, and it really hurts to see him leave like this. And I know I've made given hard times when I was impersonating a lot of stuff. That almost got me banned too. And just want to say that he will always find he will be a big place in our hearts, and we he will not be forgotten, and I will always miss him.
We will.
He's lost today, but he's not forgotten.
Yes.
Live long and prosper.
Yeah.
As long as one person remembers him, his memory will never die.
Yeah, he will always be
As
here.
long as we all live, he will live with us.
And as long as his memory is left in writing, he is virtually immortal.
Yeah.
Well,
Case in point, my
think that's good. Think that's good, Mike?
Yeah, I think that's a good place to end it. So,
Alright.
to everybody who was called, everybody in this call. I'd like to thank you all for being here and speaking.
The right thing to do.
And for everybody watching, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in and participating in this.
Yep. Alright.
I had a good time talking with you all just kind of sharing our experiences with Beebarb, and
Well, thank you guys all very much for doing this. Thank you guys very much. Especially thank you guys for making me cry.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Alright.
Good night.
Take care, y'all.
It's really been a look, Mom. I'm on TV.
Mom, there's literally people who think it's really been a pleasure talking with all of you. It really has.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me. Good night to everyone.
Someone created a post on 4chan even, and should you I just know that
That last post, 279-80368, that's me. Godspeed to Beebarb. May you wander through the garden of Daniels and fly.
Thank you, especially Octavia, for so many nice things to say.
And the door gets any longer.
Alright.
The
Alright.
comments also very great, but you know, it's 4chan, so.
Thank you guys very much.
Joy talking to every one of you.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's been nice to talk to other people about their experiences and their thoughts on these.
Yeah, it's been nice. It's been good.
Good night, guys. Really been good. Really been good.
Yeah. Good night and good luck.
Yep.
Night. Take care, y'all.
See you, cowboy.
He's feeling
Just wish I could have known him.